Good morning. Am I audible? Hello. Yes, someone unmute and reply me. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let's start with the topic. Yesterday I had asked which topic you people need the revision. I think one or two students they had replied as we have not understood the CRC problem how to solve. In fact, it is a one mandatory question which will be asked every time in an exam. So I hope the students who has asked, I think they are present. Yes or no? Okay, let me continue with the topic. That is cyclic codes, or sometimes we call it a cyclic redundancy check. So uh, just quickly we'll observe the definition. What do you mean by cyclic codes? Cyclic codes are special linear blocks of code with one extra property. In cyclic code, if the code word is cyclically shifted, that is nothing but we'll be rotating the code word. The result is another code word. If you shift one bit to the right, then again that new resultant what we get, that is also going to be another code word. So instead of doing this all, we'll quickly see some examples here. For example, if your data bit is 1, 2, 3, 4 bits data word is there, then we will add 3 bits of zeros. How we'll get this 3 bit of zero, we'll see later. So for if it is a data word is 0001 and then some extra bits we'll add, then it will become a code word. So as and when you cannot send directly the data, you need to add some redundant bit to that. That redundant bits will be developed, generated with the help of cyclic redundancy check method. So we'll see in this diagram how it will work, and then we'll go to the example which usually been asked in the question paper. So now we are assuming the data word as A3, A2, A1, A0. Then whatever the number of bits are there, then we will add whatever the generator polynomial will be there, n minus 1. For example, I am assuming here generator polynomial is 4 bit, then number of zeros I need to add for this data word. So that in example we'll get to know why it has to be taken 3 zeros. So for the data word you add 3 zeros, then we will get some generator. Here with this you generate the code word. So whatever the remainder we get, that remainder has to be added to the original code word. So that remainder we call it as R2, R1, R0. It will be always less than our generator polynomial. Then again at the receiver side, do the same division operation and check whether we have received the remainder as 00. If we have received the remainder as 00, then no errors has occurred in the transmission. If it is not 00, then there is a problem in transmission. Quickly we'll go to the example, then it will be more clear. Just observe here carefully. So our data word in this case is 101001. This is the data word you people are interested to transmit. Let me take the pointer. This is the data word which we are willing to transmit. So already I said we are going to add some number of zeros before performing any division operation. Here also I have added 3 number of zeros because we need to check this. The divisor, or we call it as a generator polynomial. This generator value, how many bits it is? It is 4 bits, 1011. There are 4 bits here. So if it is 4, then n minus 1 number of bits, number of zeros has to be added here. So it is 4 bits. Then you, how many bits you need to add number of zeros here? So definitely it is n minus 1 means 3 number of zeros should be added to your original data word. So original data word was 1001, then followed by 3 zeros I have added, because always you need to add n minus 1 number of your divisor bits. That many zeros. If for example, if the divisor is 5 bit, then you need to add 4 number of zeros. If divisor is 6 bits, then you need to add 5 number of zeros. In this case, divisor is 4 bit. I am adding 3 zeros. Is it clear why we need to add this? Yes, somebody unmute and talk, because it is a problem. If you say yes, then only you can proceed. Yes.
Yes.
Is it clear how to add that number of zeros, how it will be decided? So whatever the divisor.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then after that, now you need to do the division operation. That is model 2 arithmetic operation you need to do. I hope everybody know how to do the model 2 arithmetic operations. So 1011. Always you need to check the first bit. So you should match with this. If the first bit is 1, then here also you should take the 1. 1011 into 1, then exact same will come here. 1011, whatever the divisor bit, because 1 means you are matching to the first bit. 1011, you keep this. Then do the model arithmetic operation here. 1 into 1, it is going to be 0 in our model 2 arithmetic. 0 into 0 is also 0. Then 0 into 1 is 1. 1 into 1 is 0. Then here how many bits we have left with? Only 3 bits, because 1 bit always we have to neglect, because we are going to write shift by 1 bit. So always the leftmost bit will be neglected. In fact, this one more 1 into 1 0 should come here, but that I am not going to consider, because every time I have to shift my data word by 1 bit. So this time I am neglecting this bit. Whatever the result is, 0 was supposed to come here, that I am neglecting. Then how many bits I have left out here? Only 3 bits, that is 0 1 0. Then where here in my divisor bit is 4 bit, but here I have left out with only 3 bits. So to match up with that, take 1 0. As usually your division operation, how you used to take in your high school and primary. In the same way, take the 0 down. Then again it has become 4 bits now. Then what is the first bit? Again you check. The first bit is again 0. Earlier it was 1. No, it has become 0. Then this time 1011 into 0. Sorry, into 0. Then all the bits will be 0 here, because we are multiplying with 0. Then take all the bits as 0. 0 into 0. This we are going to neglect only, so that it will go out. That's why always you should match with the leftmost bit. So take out that. Then 1 into 0 is 1. 0 into 0 is 0. 0 into 0 is 0. Again we have left out with only 3 bit, but our divisor is 4 bit. Then take the next 0 which is there in the queue. Then again it has become 4 bit. Then the first bit here is 1. So I should take 1 this time. That is 1011 into 1. Then the same, whatever the bits are there in your divisor will come here. 1011. Then neglect this left part again. 0 into 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Then again 3 bits remain. Then take the last 0 which is remaining there. Then this time again leftmost bit is 0. Then take that last one as 0. 1011 into 0. Then all number will be 0 only. Then neglect this left part. 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 0 0. So finally how many bits we have left out? 3 bits. Is there any bit to take out? No. Then definitely our divisor is 4 bit, but our remainder is 3 bit. So we cannot proceed with the modulo 2 division operation now, because when our data remainder part become less than the divisor, we cannot continue. Then definitely this is going to be my remainder part now. So whatever the remainder I get, so that should be added to my data word now. So earlier data word was 1001. Then now I have got a remainder as 110. Then this entire thing we call it as a code word. Now at the sender side, I have developed the code word called as 1001 followed by 110 is added as a remainder of the sender side encryption. So this is entire thing we call it as a code word. Is it clear how to do at the sender side?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Main thing you need to take care about adding up zeros. This should be taken care. How many bits you have in a divisor? Check it once. That one n minus number of bits. If there are 4 bits, then 3 number of zeros should be added. If it is a 5 bit, 4 number of zeros. So add that. then perform module to arithmetic, then check the first bit whether it is 1 or 0. If it is 1, take 101 into 1, then all the bits what are there in our divisor, the same thing will be copy pasted here. Then modulo 2 arithmetic, always one bit of the left should be neglected, then 000, the same thing you perform. And finally when you come across with a less number than the divisor, then stop the division operation and add that remainder part to your code word, then sorry, data word, then it will become a code word. This is at the sender side you are supposed to do. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me continue with the receiver side. At the receiver side, what we are supposed to do? No, we have received the code word from the sender side is 1001 followed by 110. No, this will become a input for our division operation. See here, the same data what is received from the previous sender side, that has been copy pasted here for the division. Again, divisor bits are going to be same. Then again, the rules of division is going to be same. Check the first bit whether it is 1 or 0. It is 1, then take the 1 here. Then same number will be copy pasted here, 1011. Then perform a first one, anyhow it has become 0 and neglect that. Then next 00, only one bit you have to neglect. Then 000, 011, 110. Then only 3 bits remain. Then it is not sufficient. Take one more bit from the as a carry. Then it will become 4 bit. Then the first bit is 0 in this case. Take the 1011 into 0. Then all 4 zeros will come. Then again perform. Then we'll again left out with 3 bit. Take the next one. Then again I have come across with 4 bit. Then the first bit in this case is 1. So take the 1 into 1011. That is 1011 will come here. Then neglect this part. Then 00. Then I have left out with 00. Then last 0 into 1011. I have got all 4 zeros. Then neglect this particular part. Then how many zeros are left out? 3 zeros. I cannot continue with the division operation. If the syndrome bit, if all bits are 0, then no error has occurred in your transmission. Then question paper also be careful. If he is asking for the whether is there any error in your transmission, if you are getting the remainder at the receiver side as a 000, then there is no error in the transmission. If you are getting some other value apart from the 000, then that means there is an error in your transmission. So this is a data word accepted, because whatever the data word was there, that has been accepted at the receiver side, because I am going to get the syndrome bit as 000. This is at the successful scenario. Now assume that you come back here. So here one bit we have changed intentionally so that there is an error in the transmission. See here 1001 is actually our code word, data word, but data word I have little bit modified at the receiver side. That means there is an error occurred at the receiver side. So 1 I have converted to 0. That means error has occurred. Then we have to check whether CRC will detect this error or not. Then take this data as an input. 1000110 instead of 1001010, we take the modified one, then do the division operation. In this case, I am not getting the syndrome value as 000. That means there is an error in your transmission. That error is nothing but 1 has become 0. So in this case, data word will be discarded. It will not be accepted. In previous case, when the syndrome was 00, data word was accepted. In this case, when the syndrome is 011, the data word will be rejected. This is because we have changed one bit here intentionally to show you how errors will happen. In this way, if something happens in between during the transmission, if any bits get changed, then we will not get the remainder as 00. In that case, that is how your CRC will detect is there any error in the transmission or not. So that is how our CRC works for the error correction and detection. Is it clear? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, I think yesterday you people said in second IA question paper I had given one same problem. So I think you said you are not getting the solution for that. Let me check. I think I had shared and kept it ready here. Okay. In your IA question paper, I had given the code word as here. I cannot get that highlighter. Okay. In IA question paper, I had given a data word as 101001111. This was the data word I had given, and the generator I had given. The generator is nothing but it is divider 10111. This is the data I had given in your IA. Then in this case, how many zeros you are supposed to add? Just tell me.
4 zeros.
Because generator is 5 bits, then you have to add 4 number of zeros. Then you add 4 number of zeros here, then take the division, then perform the division operation. Then finally I will get the remainder as 0101. This you have to add with your, I have added that also. Then at the receiver side, add that 0101, whatever the code word you have got. Then again perform the division operation. Then again you will get a remainder as 000. If you are getting the remainder as 00, then no errors has occurred in the transmission. You try to solve this anyhow. If you don't get, I will share the solution also. Check once. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. And this is directly with the help of CRC we have solved. There is another scenario. There he may ask you to solve with the help of polynomial. If he is asking you to solve through the polynomial, then the procedure is going to be changed. That also I will show you how the polynomial works. So one small example I have here. In case of polynomial, he will be giving you the data in terms of digital, that you have to convert it into polynomial, then do the division operation at the sender side and receiver side, then say whether error has occurred or not. If the question is in terms of polynomial solution. If it is in terms of cyclic redundancy check, whatever we have seen till now, it is well and fine. If the question is using polynomial, then what you are supposed to do is, now assume that in this case, the data word I have taken is 1001. Before this, I'll just let me check. New share, PPT. How to represent that polynomial? Let me say to you guys once. Okay, see here how to represent your digital data into a polynomial. You should know this because most of the time he may ask you to solve in polynomial also. Solution is going to be same, but the method is going to be different. See here, for example, your data, if it is triple, I think how many zeros? 40 followed by 11. This you need to represent in polynomial first. So that is nothing but the rightmost bit is going to be 1 into x to the power 0. The rightmost bit. Then next to that is 1 into x to the power 1. Next 0 into x to the power 2, 0 into x to the power 3, 0 into x to the power 4, 0 into x to the power 5, 1 into x to the power 6. So whatever the digital data he will be giving, that you should convert it into polynomial first. This is how. So that you can start from the rightmost bit. Rightmost bit, if it is a 0, then 0 into x to the power 0. Then if it is 1, 1 into x to the power 0. So like this, you keep on increasing your polynomial values. Or else, in shortcut, in polynomial, we are least bothered about the 0 because 0 into x to the power is 0 only. Wherever we find a 0 in the digital data, we are least bothered about that. So short form of converting your digital into a polynomial is, wherever you find 1, only for them you convert. One position is in this case 1 into x to the power 0. That will be 1. Next, 1 into x to the power 1. That is x. Then last one, 1 into x to the power 6, that is x cube. So this we call it as a shortcut. So finally I'll get the polynomial as, for this data word, the polynomial representation is x to the power 6 plus x plus 1. Is it clear how to represent your digital data into polynomial?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once you convert that, then here also the division has to be done. So here I have taken one more example. This is different example. Don't get confused with that. The data word in this case he has directly given in polynomial only. In some cases he will give you the data in digital and he will ask you to convert to polynomial. In some cases he will only give the data in polynomial. So can anybody tell me what is the digital data of this x raised to 3 plus 1? Yes.
1001.
1001. Yes, 1001 it is. So because x square is missing, so definitely it is 1001. So you need to check that because x square and x both are missing. And here, whatever the divisor, what is this? Divisor polynomial highest coefficient is what? X cube. So whatever you are going to get in this case, let me take that marker. Let's show it on the correct slide. So the highest coefficient of the divisor is x cube. In previous case, how many zeros we used to add? If it is a CRC, n minus 1 number of zeros we used to add. But in this case, zeros we are not going to add. We are going to add the coefficient. That is whatever the coefficient of the divisor is there. Because there n minus 1, why you used to do? If the data bits are 4, then 3 we used to take. In this case, already this coefficient is 1 less than the original data bits. So that is why whatever the highest coefficient is there in the divisor, that should be multiplied to your data. So that is nothing but highest coefficient in this divisor is how much? 3. Then x to the power 3 plus 1 into x cube. Can anybody tell me the result? How much it will be? X to the power 3 plus 1 into x cube. How much it is?
X raised to 6 plus x cube.
Yes, that is what you need to take as your data for the division operation. So that's what I have taken here. In between space I have left so that it will be convenient later for me to do the division operation, because once you modify, I may get X4 bit here. That's why I have left some space and then written the X4. So first multiply your data word with the highest coefficient of your divisor. Highest coefficient is x cube. So x to the power 3 plus 1 into x cube you do. Put this in a bracket and do it. Then you will get x to the power 6 plus x cube. Then now you have to start the division operation for the polynomial. So when you are doing the division operation for the polynomial, what you are supposed to do is you need to match the coefficients. So here it is x cube, x raised to 6. So to get the x raised to 6, how many times I have to multiply x cube? X cube into x cube, whether it is going to be x raised to 6? Yes or no? In polynomial multiplication.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is going to
Yes.
be x raised to 6. Then that's why I have taken the first bit as x cube into x cube is how much? X raised to 6. Next, x into x cube is how much? X raised to 4. Next, 1 into x cube is how much? X cube. Then as usual, according to our CRC, first term has to be neglected because it has striked out, it has gone. Then anyhow, we are going to neglect that. One bit has to be neglected always. Next, only x4 is remain same. Then x cube is also striked out. Then what is remaining now? Only x4 is remaining. To match the x4, with what I have to multiply? X cube into x. Then I will get x4. Then x into x, x square. Then 1 into x, x. Then again check. This will be striked out and it will be neglected because it is leftmost bit. Then I left out with x square plus x. Then check the coefficient of the remainder is x square. Then the coefficient of the divisor is x cube. When the coefficient of the remainder becomes less than the divisor, then we cannot proceed further for the division. You have to stop your division here. Then this will become your remainder. No, this should be added to your data word. The data word was earlier modified data word, whatever you have got. So that modified data word x to raised to 6 plus x cube plus x square plus x. So whatever the remainder you have got. So this entire thing will become your code word. Is it clear? If it is a polynomial division.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then if it is at the receiver side, what you are supposed to do? I think that page is not there in the PPT. Let me share that what I had solved. At the receiver side, so that multiplication, what I had said, if you want in a simplified way, whenever he give a data in a digital format and ask you to convert to the polynomial, you just put like this, x to the power 0 plus x1 plus x square, x to the power 3. Then wherever you have 0, neglect them, x to the power 3 plus 1. Then divisor he has given 1011. That also you have to convert to the polynomial. That is x raised to 3 plus x plus 1. Then x raised to 3 plus 1 into highest coefficient of the divisor is x cube. that you multiply, then you will get x raised to 6 plus x cube. Then do the division operation. Then we are going to get the code word x square plus x, which we have seen in the PPT there. So that is what we have got. Then at the receiver side, what you are supposed to do, take the updated one, that is x raised to 6 plus x cube plus x square plus x. Then again start the division, x into x, x cube, x raised to 6, then x into x raised to 4. Then how much you will get every time you multiply, x raised to 4. Then last x, I think x cube, yes, x cube into 1 is x cube. Then neglect this term, then you will be left out with x raised to 4 plus, you have left out with x cube already gone because it is same, then only left out with x square plus x. Then next try to multiply x cube into x, x raised to 4, x into x, x square, 1 into x, x, all has gone. Then we have left out with a remainder as 0, 0, 0. If the remainder is 0, 0, then no error has occurred in your transmission. Definitely here also you should get the remainder. But only difference between the normal CRC and polynomial is you should do the polynomial multiplication or division here. So be sure about that, because in most of the question paper, in order to confuse you, he will give the data in digital, but he will ask you to do the solution in polynomial. So in that case, you have to convert your digital data into polynomial first and then do the division operation like this. And then again, the result you have to say whether there is error or not in the transmission. That is how you need to decide. Either you should be able to solve in CRC as well. Methods are same, intention is same, but the solution, what way you are going to do is going to be different. In any one way, definitely he will ask the problem, either in polynomial way or in a normal CRC way. But for both, you should be ready. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then if any other problems, if you are, I think refer the previous year question papers. There, I think you will find out many problems. Just check out which is using normal CRC, which is using polynomial. If you have any confusion, you can text me through WhatsApp or phone. Then I will clarify which is in CRC and which is in polynomial. Try to solve them. If you don't get the solution, send me the problem. I'll solve and send. Again, if any clarification required, we'll come online and solve. I hope it is clear how to solve the CRC problems using polynomial as well as using normal. Then I think in tomorrow's class, we will take cellular telephony, which has been requested by the students again. So that fifth model, last topic, it is cellular telephony. So that topic I will discuss in the next revision class of the DC. So again, if you have any other topic, anytime you can text me. So that topic also we will take as and when it comes to the classes. I hope today's class is clear. We will continue with the next class. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.